Stacey Zimmels, feeding and swallowing specialist speech therapist and doddl's expert partner. On this video, I'm going to chat through some of my favourite finger foods that you can give your little one when you're starting out with solid foods. So I tend to go for softer, easier to sort of manipulate and swallow foods for the first few weeks, a month when you get started with solids. So here are some of my favorites. Banana. So banana's a really nice one near the beginning because it's nice and sweet and lots of children like the taste. There's a couple of ways you can present it. One would be to cut it lengthways into about thirds, so it's a thinner piece, and give it them to hold and squish. The other way is to chop the banana in half and then leave the skin on about 3/4 of that with just a little bit of banana peeking out the top. This way that it doesn't get too slippery in their hands, and then they can nuzzle and mouth on the banana bit that's sticking out. So love bananas. Next one is avocado, similar type of texture. You can cut it into quarters lengthways and again leave some skin on about a half or something so that they can keep a really good grip on the avocado whilst they're squishing it and mushing it in their mouths. Next up in the vegetables is I'm a big fan of either potato or sweet potato cut into thick strips or wedges. Skin off or on in the early days. Skin on off is sometimes a little bit easier, but if the skin stays on they will probably spit it out, and that's not too big a deal. You can roast that in the oven or you can steam it. Next one up is courgettes. I really like. It's so soft for them to chew and to manage in the early stages and days. So courgettes cut into just strips that they can eat. I tend to say skin on for courgettes. Next one is broccoli. It's great. They can, it's interesting for them to look at. It's a fantastic range of textures. And they can hold the stem and really have a good go at the sort of broccoli floret part at the top. I tend to say to steam it or boil it to a point where if you were to take it into your fingers and squish, it would sort of I guess deteriorate a little bit into your hands, and that the baby can sort of mush that down, mush that together in their mouth. I'm also a fan of green beans because again, it's another simple one for you to prepare. You can steam them, but really nice one for baby to get used to different tastes, but different textures as well. It's not quite as soft, it's a bit stringy, but they can really chew and gnaw on that. Sometimes it catches them out, you get a little bit of extra gagging, but that's also not too big a deal. So green beans are great. Moving away from the vegetables, I think some toast cut into strips, something that's super easy for parents. It's a really great way of getting in some additional nutrients through the form of spreads and pastes that go on top of the toast. So we used to love toast with mashed avocado, toast with tahini, toast with hummus, toast with mashed up fish we would put on it, pesto, all sorts of different flavors can go on toast to add extra nutrition, and it's a great one for those early days. Hard-boiled eggs are fantastic. Hard boil them and you can cut them into quarters. Your baby can again munch and squish on those. Tiny, slightly different texture. And the other one would be omelettes as well with egg. It's a great finger food you can pop into strips. Grated cheese is brilliant. In fact, grated foods are fantastic. So you can grate up apple, you can grate up cheese, grate up a boiled egg. Another really good way of helping to get that food into the diet. And then finally, I'm a big fan of poaching fish in milk or in water so that it gets really soft and flaky, and then you just sprinkle the flakes on the tray and baby can just pick up the flakes of the fish and just very easily eat and chew and manipulate those. So they are my top tips for some early and fairly easy finger foods for your little one.